Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do a little demo here to demonstrate the agglutination, so the clumping of blood. What we are going to do is we are going to test our fake blood to see which one it reacts with antibody does it react with, and that will also help us understand which blood type it is. So I'm going to put a little bit of fake blood onto my test specimen here. So sorry, it looks like Pepto-Bismol. It's not. So there's my fake blood. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to test my fake blood looking for clumping throughout by using different antibodies. So I'm going to first use my antibody A serum, and I'm going to add some in. And we're going to look for the clumping. And hopefully you can see what's happening here. I'll bring it a little closer. As I added the antibodies, you can see that the one side, which is nice and smooth, is no longer nice and smooth. Instead, it's kind of clumped up together. It's making these pocket spaces. It's kind of gross looking, okay? So that was using antibody A. Let's add a little antibody B to this side over here. Okay, we'll see here what happens. What I want to do is I'm going to mix in my antibody B, give my antibody A a mix in, and you can see the difference on either side. So on this right hand side here, you can see that there's no clumping happening, and on the left hand side you can see how that clumped up like that. So I used antibody A. So if I'm using antibody A and it's clumping, it means that my blood had to have A antigens on it in order for those antibodies to attach. So my fake blood here is going to be type A because I used A antibodies. We're going to repeat this time, adding more fake blood to my test area. And this time we're going to see what happens when I test them this way. So here are my antibody B's and here are my antibody A's, as you can see. Okay, I'm going to add a little bit of antibody B onto my test area. Okay, we're going to do that. Give it a little stir up here, see what happens. Hopefully you can see, bring it a little closer, the clumping that is occurring here. Okay, we're going to fill our other one, A. Add a little on this side. Mix it in. And you're going to see some more clumping. Hopefully you can see that from both A and B. Both sides, A not as prevalent as B, okay, but both sides clumped up. So this blood type, because we're seeing clumping on both ends, would be type AB because it has both antigens, and when in presence with both antibodies, it's going to clump. I'm going to continue by adding some more fake blood, a different blood type to my thing here. Okay, there we go. And this time I'm going to test it by filling up my syringe with antibody B. I'll just leave that there. And my other one with antibody A. Start with A. Add a little in here. Okay, we added a bit in. We're going to swirl it in. You're going to see no clear, distinct change. Fill this up. Add some over here. Swirl it in. And ladies and gentlemen, we have clumping. So again, let's just bring it a little closer so you can see. So clumping with antibody B. So therefore, this is blood type B, as A did nothing and B caused clumping. So type B blood has A antibodies present, so you will not see clumping or agglutination. But with antibody B present, you will, because antibodies will be attracted to the B antigen on the red blood cell. So we're going to repeat this one last time, and we're going to put a little bit more fake blood onto my space here. Sorry again for the Pepto-Bismol look to it. So there is my blood. I'm going to add a little bit of antibody A in. Okay, there's antibody A. Let's swirl it around. No visible clumping. We're going to add some antibody B in. Swirl that around. Okay, and what we are seeing is no visible clumping. And that is because this is type O blood. Type O blood has no antigens present, therefore the antibodies don't cause clumping because they have no antigens attached to it. So hopefully you could see clumping happening and how the different blood types when exposed to certain antibodies will actually clump up because the antigens and the antibodies are attracted.